What can actually be done? What are the crucial steps, the tangible solutions to start breaking this cycle and get these men the help and justice they need?
Well, the starting point has to be a fundamental change, a complete overhaul, really, in police training.
What would that look like?
We need specialized mandatory training for all officers, focusing squarely on gender-neutral responses to GBV. It's not enough to just say, oh yeah, men can be victims too. The training has to equip officers to understand the specific, unique challenges male victims face, like those societal pressures about masculinity we talked about, the intense stigma, the isolation they often feel.
So deconstructing those biases they might not even realize they have.
Exactly. Getting to the root of those automatic assumptions. It needs to be deep, practical training.
Okay, training is vital. But what about the officers already on the force, the ones who might be part of the problem now? How do you ensure accountability for them?
That's the other critical piece. You absolutely have to enhance police accountability. Officers who mock, dismiss, or worse, wrongly detain male victims, they must face real consequences for their actions.
So a harder stance on misconduct.
A much harder stance, yes. Especially when someone's safety, their well-being is on the line. Without that accountability, any new training could just end up being, window dressing. How can a system claim to provide justice if the people enforcing it aren't held responsible?
Yeah, that makes complete sense. It feels like we need some immediate practical tools, too, things that could make a difference quickly. Body cameras often come up when talking about police accountability. Could they help here?
Body cameras are absolutely crucial. I really think they could be a game changer in this context. It's a straightforward, practical solution we've seen work elsewhere.
How specifically for male GBV victims?
Well, imagine every interaction, especially when someone comes in to report GBV, is recorded objectively. That recording provides solid proof of what actually happened, how the victim was treated. Firstly, it acts as a deterrent, right? Officers are less likely to dismiss or mock someone if they know they're being recorded.
Sure.
But secondly, and maybe even more importantly, it gives male victims more confidence to come forward. They know there'll be an objective record, proof to back up their story if they're disbelieved or mistreated. It boosts transparency and protection significantly.
That's a really strong argument for body cams. Definitely increases transparency. Okay, so we talked police reform. What about the bigger picture, the laws and policies? Do they need changing?
I think so, yes. If we zoom out a bit, those existing domestic violence acts, while good in principle, maybe don't fully capture the specific dynamics and hurdles men face.
Yeah.
So yes, we probably need more specific legal frameworks. Policies that explicitly address the nuanced needs of male GBV victims.
Like what, for example?
Maybe policies that actually incentivize police accountability in these cases, or mandate very specific types of gender-sensitive training, going beyond just general clauses to really target the roadblocks men hit.
And moving beyond the legal and police systems, what about changing society's mind? How do we tackle those deep cultural biases with public awareness?
Public awareness campaigns are absolutely essential here. We need sustained campaigns that directly challenge this pervasive idea that only women can be victims of domestic violence. And these campaigns can't just be about information. They need to actively work towards creating safe spaces, places where men feel they can talk openly about what they're going through without being judged, without being mocked, without having their masculinity questioned.
So dismantling that stigma piece by piece.
Exactly. It's about changing the whole conversation, making it okay for men to be vulnerable and seek help.
And finally, if a man does find that courage, overcomes the stigma, gets past potentially unhelpful police, what support needs to be waiting for him?
That's crucial. Beyond the police station, beyond the courts,